So you're a young footballer and you want to go pro, you want to get to the highest level, you want to be playing on the biggest stage, the Euros, the World Cup, the Champions League, you want to be playing for the biggest clubs in the world, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, Arsenal, all those big clubs. You want to play for them. Yet you don't actually play enough football. You actually don't play enough of the sport. And you may be thinking, what, Harvey, like I do individual training every day for an hour. I play lots of football. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. But how many games and small-sided games are you actually playing a week? Because at the end of the day, this is the real game. It doesn't really matter how many drills or workouts you do or how many dribbling weebs you do. It doesn't actually matter at all. If you're not actually playing enough 11v11 or 5v5 or 7v7 or futsal, then it actually doesn't matter. All your individual training almost means nothing because it doesn't get translated into the real game. The problem with so many footballers, and something that I made a mistake myself, is that I didn't play enough real football. And real football means playing 11v11 games, small-sided, futsal, 1v1s, all that stuff. You need to be playing against more people. Real people, rather than just poles and mannequins and cones and all this random stuff. This is a big mistake that so many footballers make because they do all the individual training and stuff like that. They don't actually translate it into real games. Because at the end of the day, what is football? Football is 11v11, isn't it? It's not you training by yourself, individual training. It's 11v11 games. So the more 11v11 games you can play, the better. And when I was in the UK playing pretty high level academy football, we were playing like 2 11v11 games every single week. And I'd never experienced that before. It was completely new to me. And at first my body was a bit sore after the games. I wasn't really used to it. My stamina was pretty poor. And then I started playing more and more and more, and my body got used to it. My body molded to the game, which is what we want. So you need to be playing more 11v11 games. And for you to be able to handle that amount of games, you need to become what we call fascial driven. And if you want to learn how to train your fascia, then you can click the link in my description to join my free football community, where I have exercises in there which will help you train your fascia so you can actually last 90 minutes in every single game. But back to the point, you guys aren't playing enough football, real football. So how can you expect to get better against real people when it comes down to it? Because you guys are doing all this training, which is cool. You're showing the grind mindset, you're working hard. But when it actually comes to real games, you freeze up and you can't perform well because you haven't practiced enough against real people. So what I want you to do is just stop doing the individual training for just a bit. And I want you to do a bit of research and try and find some people to play small-sided with. Play pickup. Find a local futsal league or an indoor league. Go play more real football. Prioritize that. 70% of your training should be actually real games. The other 30% is individual training, partner training, ball and wall work, barefoot juggling, all that stuff, okay? 70% should be playing 11v11, small-sided, futsal, indoor, all that stuff, okay? The other 30% is where you sharpen your skills, so then you can translate it onto real games. And I know there's a big problem in the football world nowadays is that you can't find small-sided games. People come to me and they're like, Harvey, I can't find small-sided games, you know, no one here plays football in my area, all this stuff. Well, this is a big problem that I faced as well. And the way I dealt with that is that I did have to do lots of individual training and free flow training. But what I did to find small-sided games in my area is that I simply had friends, had teammates, and they messaged their friends to come down to the park and play some football, like a 5v5. And we did that a couple times and it was brilliant. Another thing you guys can do is go onto, let's say, Facebook community groups and write in there, is anyone interested in playing small-sided football? And you'll be surprised how many people will reply. One time I did that and I had like 100 people in a group chat, and we would just organize games and go down to the park and play football. It was actually amazing. So what you need to do is get yourself out there. You need to start talking to more people, start being more social. Stop being that loner who just does ball drills all the time. Get out there, talk to people, socialize, meet new people, and you'll be surprised how many people know other people that play football. And then maybe next Saturday you can team up and do a 5v5 at the park. How brilliant would that be if you just did that once or twice a week? That is 10 times better than doing 3 or 4 individual training sessions. Trust me, okay? Stop complaining, do a bit of research, meet new people, and form groups where you can actually organize small-sided games on a regular basis. And then before you know it, you'll have 3 or 4 small-sided games a week and your football ability will go up massively. All right, but make sure you join the free football community, and there's over 2,500 members in there. You never know, there could be somebody in your area. Imagine that. Imagine you join and you live in, I don't know, Barcelona, and there's someone else in Barcelona who plays football, and imagine meeting them on this community. It would be amazing. So make sure you join, don't miss out. There's thousands of footballers in there right now talking and discussing and helping each other out. But anyway, the main message I'm trying to say, guys, is focus on playing the real game. And it does require a bit of effort from your side in terms of communicating, meeting new people, and just being social and organizing stuff yourself. Sometimes in life, you've got to just do it yourself, and you can't just wait for other people to organize stuff for you. You just got to do it yourself. So that means forming group chats, talking, socializing. And when you go to the park and you see other people playing football, go up to them and ask if you can play like a 2v2. This is personally what I do when I'm doing individual training at the park, is that sometimes I see people like 3 other guys playing, just kicking the ball around, and I go up to them and say, guys, do you want to play like a 2v2? And they say, yeah, and then we play for like half an hour, and it's awesome. So this is what you guys need to be doing. You need to get out and be sociable. Stop just grinding away in your garage or your backyard. Go out to the park, meet new people, and you'll be surprised how many people just want to play football. It doesn't really matter if they're not good players or they're just kind of average or whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're there playing some football, being a defender, it's so much better than playing against cones and poles and mannequins and all that stuff. So as I said before, 70% of your time should be playing the real game, real football. This is how you actually get better at football. How else are you going to do it? If I wanted to get better at Fortnite, what would I do? I'll play more Fortnite, all right? If I want to get better at playing the guitar, what will I do? I'll practice more with the guitar. That's how I'm going to get better, all right? This is the exact same with playing football. You need to put yourself in situations and experience more real football. And if you can play 2 11v11 games a week, then that is brilliant for your development. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Play more real football. 70% of your time should be playing real football. The other 30% is sharpening your skills with individual training and partner training and ball and wall work, juggling, all that stuff, all right? Let me know any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.